And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Inspired Broadband presents Valorant Skirmish Cup. And thanks to Instinct Productions as well for hosting this event. I'm your guest says this time Aggie is having some emergency, so he's not able to join us. But welcome to the quarterfinals, the first game of the quarterfinals to be exact, as we're going to be having four matches here consisting 8 teams. So the first match is a very surprising yet a very confident one in my opinion, because we have two extremely dominant teams facing off against each other on the map of Ascent. As the map just showed up on our screen, it is gonna be Headhunters and Washed. Well, this is gonna be a very strong map, or should a very exciting game for me, and I believe for the side of you as well, because the players are extremely familiar and they're really talented players as well. So there's a lot of rooms for speculations, a lot of room for cheers as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are as pumped up as I am, because this is gonna be a heck of a match, in my opinion. So there is a lot to talk about. Let's just put it that way. Ascent, a very strong map for either of these teams. And once again, it's simply gonna be going ring on the rosy that both of these players being so how do I put it? Experienced. It's technically anybody's guess that they will have a lot of capitalization against their opposition. So I'm not gonna be the devil's advocate here. So I believe that they will put up a show. Who moves up to the semifinals? Good question. I do not know. So do not ask me that question. I want the players to answer it for themselves. And as you can also see, on your screen that it is a best of one, which I kind of expected to be a best of three, but that makes it a bit more risky, in my opinion, because frankly speaking, in best of ones, it's technically do or dies, because the mistakes you have, you just do not have a second map to recover from. So it's gonna be a really hard fight where the teams just will understand that they do not want to take the defeat over here. So it's simply gonna be very straightforward, and I'm pretty damn sure the players are also ready. Probably the game is also gonna be starting in a nick of time, as we're just waiting for the game to go down. And looks like the agent composition or the agent selection has already gone down. As you can see, we have players from like Uder, Babushka, Falcon, Patus, and Per on the side of Wash, and we have Snowflex, Mahin, Adib, Savage, and Mock. Just saying, because he did mention him as Mock, because I didn't know that it was actually his Smurf account, as I did call him Hardcore Gaming previously. So once again a very familiar face over here. So Headhunters, they are a team they have been playing for a very long time together. Fo is also applicable for the side of Wash. Maybe there have been some roster swaps here and there, but I just cannot put a confirmation on that. So that's not gonna be the biggest, strongest factor over here. So not gonna be putting my bets on that. But my bets are gonna be which team is gonna have the best of the confidence. The compositions, however, do look very interesting in my opinion. Yesterday, Aggie did ask me in a map like Ascent, what would be your opinion on a breach? But as you remember, it was a solo breach. There were no support. There were no other initiator to back it up. So this time around, I personally believe that okay, aggressive gaming is also gonna be joining me, which is gonna be something. But still, his camera is gonna be waiting. But that's not something. But as I was saying, so as there is a opportunity for the breach and the Sova to go for a double down, so I believe this is gonna be a much more stronger factor. Even though yesterday, let's face it, it was a very funny game for all of us because we saw the players of I'm not quite sure which team it was. Probably Night Furies and Platoon Surge. Going for Odin spams, and to be very exact, the team composition didn't even matter. It was all the Odin spams. And yeah, I'm damn sure it's not gonna be happening today, but I'm pretty damn sure the players of Wash and Headhunters will be able to put up a great fight as they're still loading into the game. I do not know if they have an SSD or not. But yeah, we're still waiting for Aggie's feed, but it's not gonna be a problem. Aggie, are you there? Or maybe not. So yeah, the players are still loading in. Didn't quite expect this to be this long. That's what she said. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. Once again, just beating around the bush. Not quite sure how long this is gonna take to start the game, as I'm just keeping my vocal cord up and running. And yeah, what else is to there? I just know for a fact that some of the players here will have some fans in the chats, obviously, because both of the players have a lot of fan followers, if I may. So definitely, there's not gonna be any surprise if we see a lot of comments available, Headhunters and Washed. But come again, man. How long is it gonna take to load into the game? We're just loading in. Where's your SSDs? Wait, is it an SSD issue or is it an internet issue? I'm not sure, because if it is an internet issue, ladies and gentlemen, you can just get your hands on Inspired Broadband, as they are the sponsors of this event. But yeah, how long took you long enough to say that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a rehost, so do stay tuned. We're gonna take a
speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
And ladies and gentlemen, looks like the issue has been resolved from the player side. So we will be proceeding to the match between the side of Headhunters and Wash. Aggressive Gaming will be joining us. My brother will be joining us. But it's going to take a little bit of time as it's just having some technical difficulties. But I hope the technical difficulties from the side of Headhunters and Wash have been resolved. And from the information I've been provided with, looks like all the players from Washed, I'm not sure if it was Wash who was on the defensive side, but the defenders actually got disconnected altogether. That's an indication they're not using Inspired Broadband. So hey, do not embarrass yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself that connection and you will hit shots like there were no tomorrow. But as of now, the game is gonna start on a 0-0 scenario, and I think Aggie is here. He's also gonna be joining us in a little bit, but we will be seeing some presence on the mid side. Looks like it is going to be full on take, but there is nobody to be seen inside of market, which is a big question mark in my mind, as the Killjoy is a solo anchor inside of B. Okay, he's still muted. So I believe that the mid presence from the side of Washed is going to be a very strong one, as they're simply running the objective down. There is the Killjoy near the vicinity. You did expecting somebody to be on lane, but nobody to be seen, as the Omens are rendezvousing with him to take control of CT as well. The stairway is gonna be there, but even after that, the fight's gonna be happening any second now. Snowflakes will have the information onto Udel, but it's gonna be Udel who will find the kill on him. How did the attackers win? Question mark. The round hasn't gone down quite yet. That's a UI bug for sure. But now the players are starting to keep up inside the objective. Path to Terror will not have any form of answer for this, as 1-to-1 player is gonna go down from both of the sides.
We're just gonna have to wait and see an early hit coming in from the members of Headhunters. They're able to stay full control and at a very rapid pace as well. Positioning perfect, but Falcon still a dangerous ploy. Try and hold on to Falcon. He knows exactly where the two players can be. Jump spot, does find the catch over onto one. 5 bullets left. He can't even go in for the reload. Would be dangerous if he did so. Smoke fades away. Just needs to wait for the perfect timing now. Tiptoe away. One shot is all that it takes. And Savage, a good one at that. HH, they start this game off with a bang. The first round going in their hands, not that big of a surprise. The entry was perfect. Plus, they were able to take side control at such a rapid pace and get also get into their post line positioning that the members of Wash didn't even get a chance to do much.
Absolutely. The side of Wash shows sheer aggression, and Headhunter. What? Wait, wasn't it? Never mind. It was Wash. For a second, I actually got confused. That it was Headhunters who took the round. So yeah, I do agree 100% with you because of the naming. I got confused one second. But yeah, the retaliation and the fiercity they showed up, it was just simply unrivaled, and Wash did not expect that to happen that quickly. The retake was successful. Who am I kidding? It was not even a retake, it was just a frag show. And as of now, Snowflakes and Mock is going to be able to find their own frag of their own regards, as the players of Washed are really having a harder time to find their opening. They will have the control of CT, but still Mock getting a double for his own. And now the entry should be made inside of B, but I think their Killjoy is going to be waiting the perfect moment. And there you go, we'll find one, but the counter Killjoy is going to find one as well. And Mock's going to find a triple of his own. With that, Headhunters finding their third at the side of Washed. It does look like they are having a little bit of a harder time, but it's completely fine. It's just 2 rounds off the board, and they should be able to afford their own full buys, with Babushka having his own Odin as well. This is where the side of Wash can definitely put up a great show, but Headhunters, they're really looking merciless.
Absolutely. The nature of this team is what really separates it from any other squad. Headhunters, they know how to play the map. They know the basics of Valorant down to the T. And I do believe that Mahin's running a non-upgraded version of the Singularity. That looks so cursed. But hey, seems as though you did with just an outlaw. He has the confidence to maybe go in for some more. Bearer with a fast swing catches out Snowflake. Was a little bit too overly ambitious.
nice shot.
Bearer dealing the damage here, and the confidence on this man is sparking to its fullest. He has a gun in his hand and he is not afraid to use it, just like a true American. For now, Bearer needs to wait this one through. Can't be too hasty with it, but when you have aim like that, you don't need much more in your arsenal. Looking for even more kills, possibly an ace, but he's not going to be able to get it. All up to Mock to maybe pull off something big here. He does have a Vandal in his hand, so it could work wonders. Flash is perfect. The shots are clean. He's going to be able to find one more. And Mock, he's thirsty for a couple of kills. Don't forget, even if he doesn't win the round here, that's completely fine. One step closer to the Rolling Thunder, and his team is going to be golden. Mock with the multi-frag. He's doing God's work out here. And he gets the Rolling Thunder in the process as well. That's more than enough damage. Headhunters, they're going into this round happier than ever.
Absolutely. They also made sure the opposition lost a lot of economy with the rifles as well. So the frag show was really on point for the side of Headhunters. Looks like they're really gonna be looking for into the upcoming rounds as well, as the defenders just can't say the same, as their ultimates are yet to be prepared. Not sure if Pear has it. I did see him having a decent amount of orbs available. Probably. No, he doesn't actually. He still needs 2 of them as we get to revisit that. So the momentum's still gonna be benefiting the side of Headhunters, but this is still gonna be a question mark if they're gonna be allowed to do that. Okay, you did! Nice shot onto Snowflex as he was a little bit greedy on the mid side. The aggression could have been on the other side, but it's not the end of the world. We will be seeing the players of Headhunters starting to keep up on the mid side, or the should is the catwalk side, and now should be going forward to the tree side. The KO. He's expecting a push, but needs to be taken a Patus. He's gonna be good for one. The refrag's gonna be there, but it shouldn't have been. He's a very important player off the board already. You do not have any form of utility to commit an objective anymore. You do have the breach available, but still, how much information are you gonna be getting out of this? But still very much doable. But still, Adib is gonna find himself in an island here in a 1v4 location reveal, as all the players are gonna be going for a frag show of their own, but it's gonna be Pear finding the kill. 2-2 the equalization is gonna be there, which could have been around for the side of Headhunters hadn't they been so bold, in my opinion. But it's completely fine. They can still bring themselves back on the board, as they still have. Never mind, they don't have the best of the economy to work with. They should be able to afford at least a couple of sheriffs, which is gonna be there. And as we were talking about it, a technical timeout has been called out from the side of the admins, probably. Okay, from the side of Wash. Never mind.
So to wait and see how this one's going.
Yeah, he's gonna be caught up in NT.
Oh wait, এখন কথা বলা
Alright, gentlemen, now we're gonna be back in the action as the technical difficulty has been resolved, and looks like Snowflake's technical difficulty just started, because the moment we came back into the game, the brother just died, bit the dust. I'm sure someone's gonna be mocking her for that, but it's completely fine. That's none of my business. As the players are starting to take control of A main, smokes are gonna be dispatched, but I must admit the defenders are starting to play very passively. Mock, aggressive on that take, but will not find any value.
He's gonna need to wait and see how this one pans out for them. For now, though, it's gonna be a little bit of a problem here. Is Uded ripping up the server with a Blade Storm up and ready, catching the members of Headhunters one after the other. Now, this is a game that you do not want to miss, ladies and gentlemen, for this very particular reason. Both teams very much stable and ready. Mog showcasing to us his prowess with the Sheriff and also the Vandal. Not skipping a beat here, Mock. He's looking for more of an opportunity, possibly a couple of more kills to just cause them a slight little bit of a headache. The more kills that he's able to find, the better his team economy is going to be overall. The damage that he deals here will be paramount for them to take this win.
Tell me about it. But this is gonna be a little bit, at least for Mock, it's gonna be difficult if not impossible. He can try to save it. Yeah, I would say actually save the gun, my guy. You have to tell the tail, don't reveal the location, but he said he's gonna do just that, and instead he's gonna bite the dust. But I guess it's also fine that he does have a decent economy to work with. He should be able to buy. Yeah, he has enough to go for a buy as well. He also has a Rolling Thunder available, waiting for a rainy day. But that rainy day needs to come in as their opposition starting to creep away with the lead as they have. Not to mention, this round is also gonna be a very breaking factor for the side of Washed as well, if they happen to lose it. Please look at the buys as well. They have two extremely expensive weapons. And if the ownerships transfer, or even if they're lost, that's gonna be a huge impact on the side of Watch. But that's a big question mark if they will even find success, as the Odin spams are gonna be there in the nick of time, I believe, but nothing's there. Uded was just being a bait, and Babushka really happy with the initial kill he found on his twin brother, as Uded just also waiting for his own wall bangs, will not find anything yet, but the damage has been done already, as the attackers will have to rethink their decision, as they're also suppressed by the KO knife. But there you have it, the Rolling Thunder is available, but are they really gonna commit it for only one player? I will not compliment this a lot, Eggy, and you see where I'm coming from, because the angles have also been cut off by their defenders.
Yikes, this might be a problem. But at the same time, hey, if you're confident and you're trying to take this fight, this drone's gonna give away so much information. Savage!
09.
Already spotted. He could just get spammed there, but no. Not really wanting to give away the position. Babushka, he's playing this one smart, understanding that as soon as he starts spraying, there could be a possible swing that could kill him if he is not careful. Them. Fast kill. It's gonna be Savage who bites the bus. It's gonna be the fast swing, and they're able to hold. Adib and Snowflakes able to find the 2 kills, and they have the entry in towards the site. Somehow, in some way, that is able to work. And with value, the members of Headhunters, they're able to push on ahead, with Bearer being the last one alive.
Really good comeback, I must admit, as they really adapted on the fly. Would have been really messy, but still they were able to find something thanks to the Killjoy lockdown. Now pair B3 will try to make this happen. Problem is, he'll have to ice with Bangles, and even the first one he's not going to find success. Snowflakes finding a 3k of his own, and I must admit, this time around the Jet really did contract with the KJ util, and that's exactly where the side of Headhunters were able to capitalize. Not to mention, I did say that Wash, it would be a very expensive round for them if they happen to lose it, and that's exactly what happened back there, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, this is not the end of the world for them. They will have to go back to the Vandals, but what could have been for them is not gonna happen as of now, as the side of Headhunters is starting to read them like an open book. And you did say very accurately that the reason Babushka didn't go greedy because he was playing smart, but I must admit, when it comes to utilities and taking space, the players of Headhunters are simply in a different league as of now. But this is not to the end of the world, as we will be seeing some form of aggression from the attacking side as Snowflakes finds the opening. Onto Tree will be able to find a second one almost, but it's gonna be Uded who will dodge in the nick of time. And now Snowflakes dashing inside the objective, but will not be the one who's gonna be winning. It's gonna be Savage with a double of his own. Falcon finding one of the Snowflakes, but still Angus has to be cleared, and now it's out to Perrer in a 1v4. That's a problem, as he will have to find a long way to go for a clutch of his own. He was here yesterday on the last round. Now he's here again. Mahin capitalizing on that Odin because he's angry about it, but that at the same time, the problem with this Odin is if he happens to lose this Odin, that's gonna be transferring its way back to the defenders. But as of now, that's not gonna be the end of the room because the players are still alive and very much alive. Not so much for the side of Perrer though, as the side of Headhunters will be able to slap back and retake their lead. And this is where the side of Wash can. This is where the side of Headhunters can probably capitalize on a lot more, because now they have pushed the opposition on an eco. I do see Falcon going for a Vandals. He is opting to save 1.3k, but I really do not know if it's a really great idea. He could have gone for a Outlaw, perhaps. At least could have saved a bit more, but hey, if you're confident with it, I'm not complaining. I can understand for the side of Uded, though, as he has enough cash trying to reset the economy. Uded with a brilliant fragment to Mahin. Snowflake, look at the reset. Still.
Snowflakes? Okay. A monster towards market. He's just taking fights and he's gonna be able to find his triple.
This guy doesn't care.
Ready, swing through. He's gonna find the sound over one of the players. He's looking for the ace. He's not gonna be able to get it though. Savage instead just brings it back down over to the earth. 3-5, ladies and gentlemen. What a round and a half coming in from the members of Headhunters. A smart and very precise play coming in from Snowflakes as well. Going for that early push towards market, completely unexpected. His dash was perfect. And none of the members of Washed were even mentally prepared for that duel. And then there was Maul coming in beautifully with the flashes as well. As soon as he placed the smoke, Maul got a better timing for the flash. And Falcon, he couldn't even hope to dodge that.
That is true. And you said better than I ever could, actually. Because I've seen it, Snowflakes. He just capitalized on the situation. He was like, hey, I know I may be punished, but what if I just play unpredictably? And that's exactly where he was rewarded. And as of now, it looks like the gamble from the side of Washed is gonna be a very hectic one, because there was the objective of A very quickly. Once again, a proper rush coming in from the attacking side. Not even a retaliation, as Pathos will be able to get rid of Snowflake, as he is starting to understand that he plays very aggressively, as the KJ lockdown is also available to go for a retake of the role. But looks like this is not gonna be a very successful one, because the counter element is also gonna be available inside of Mock. Right, they're gonna be all over the place, but still, entry is gonna be allowed to take inside of the objective, and one player has been detained. It is inside of the hell area. Babushka will find just him, but the spams are gonna be coming in, and now it's just a matter of pinging the bomb and just spraying it. Babushka with a double, and now the players are kind of forced to take duel here, but now he's just checking it. This was going down, not much they can do, because there's a lot more retaliation available on the smoke. As Babushka finds 4 players inside of the smoke and through the smoke as well, and also recovers the Odin, as I was talking about it, that this gun, you can use it on an attack, it's completely fine, but it's kind of like the Scar from CS. Because if you use it, it's not the Scar actually, I think it's the... I can't remember which the name of the gun. Sniper, the gay gun, basically.
Yeah.
No.
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to use that word, but...
Oh, go man.
Crystal's having a...
Man, it was a retarding day. I mean, you watched Deadpool with me as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the sensors in our brains have turned off after watching that movie. Good movie though, ladies and gentlemen. I would highly recommend it. But at the same time, a little bit of censorship is required for the members of Headhunters here. Because after that massacre of that last round, they're gonna need to maybe try to figure out a different way to try and take these side entries. They're rushing it a little bit too much, especially when it comes down to Snowflakes. Snowflakes gave away that early kill, causing Wash to just have that opportunity. They had a very good chance to take this one away. You dead. Crucial misses. He's gonna try to survive this one, but not in a position that he's gonna be able to do much. A perfect play coming in from you dead. He knew that he couldn't run away, so he had to take the duel. That was so smart coming out from him. Knowing that if he has aim and control, that's going to be a huge problem for the members of Headhunters trying to take the frontal side. Falcon, a little bit messy, still is able to recover. Savage does find him though in the process. 1-for-1 trades, and it's all the better to try and survive. The hitman for the side of Washed. Able to get the 5th on the board for the team. And a beautiful round indeed that it was. 5-5, ladies and gentlemen. As Washed, they are taking strides towards victory now.
Oh well, it's definitely gonna be a very strong push from his side, and the confidence as well from the side of Uded. Holy moly ravioli. And this guy doesn't know any bounds, and he will make sure that he is gonna be putting up a show even when the odds are against him. Because once again, the reason I thought he's pushing the reason I kind of questioned his push was because he was the 1 HP, but hey, he doesn't care. He's simply gonna be making sure that I am the wrong person, but still Mahin is gonna show off that he also knows the counter wallbang angles, and he's gonna make sure Babushka doesn't survive. And now the players, the side of Washed, it's not the end of the world for them. It's still at a very equal ground to work with, but still, it looks like the side of Headhunters is starting to find the opening and the reads on them as well. As they're really finding the open. Who am I kidding? They're starting to find an opening with the KJ ult as well, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be a proper one. Pair playing with fire here. He's gonna be able to go for a kill of his own probably, but not gonna find it sadly. And now Yura's gonna be forced to fall back a little bit more, but through the smoke, it's gonna be Mahin with a double of his own. And now Falcon and Patuz We're all on their own, but it's gonna be Falcon now in a 1v5. And the world against you now. There you go. He's going for a fraction of his own with a 3k, almost a 4, but the Vandal didn't have enough ammunition.
This is why the Phantom's better.
Yeah, exactly. I know. If he had the Phantom, he would have just killed all of them. Not to mention, as the Phantom doesn't leave a tracer to the smokes, he would have gotten more. Because think about it, he was spraying through the smoke as well, so nobody could have even attempted to go for a refrag. That's exactly why Yuta died as well. Because he left tracers behind. But then again, good attempt from the side of Washed. And particularly from the side of Falcon. But sad. But it's not the end of the world as Headhunters.
Get out of my
It's
way.
not too far away. They are on a 6-round lead. Or should say 1-round lead actually. But now, if they can make an equalization, that needs to be on
Nice
effort.
shot, sir.
Tell me.
That was a good track through the smoke as well. The man just knows. That's the game sense and experience coming into play for this young player.
Sorry about that, by the way. I felt like puking for a second. My bad.
No worries. It's completely fine because I got you covered. Batu has got his teammate covered as well in the process of this. They're trying to run away into a different position. Still holding down the line. Beautiful early push. The null command's gonna give them the space that they require. Flash through, swing out. That's the double. And the defense, they're holding down strong. Patu with the Odin, causing havoc and making sure they know the name of the Allfather. And Wash, they take another round to end of this half on a 6-6. And a beautiful one at that. Clean slates going into the next half here. That's gonna be a good starting point for either team, but at the same time, it carries so much weight on this one particular pistol round that one small mishap and mistake could just end you.
Tell me about it. Even the breathing zones are still available. I would love to say that because both of the teams have shown off their moments and they really have shined through. So I hope this is gonna be consistent even on the second half. I don't want a domination. Once again, this was a game I did say to be the most high voltage match of the entirety of the quarterfinals. We still have the semis, so it's kind of sad to say that it's a best of one and we're seeing these dominant teams on the quarters and only one of them will be moving up further. It is heartbreaking, but what else options do we have as the players? The side of Headhunters. Expecting this push, but still not playing it very risky. Snowflakes trying to secure the kill onto Falcon, but instead he will be confirmed instead. Adib, however, will make sure that his teammate will not go unavenged. He's low on HP, no heals available, so he'll have to play it passive. And not to mention, he's also the controller, so the values needs to be there. As those smokes are gonna hold so much time from the players Uded with one of his own onto hardcore gaming. Or should I say mock? Will be dispatched. Uded finding one more on Mahin. All the players will take a decent amount of damage, but still no deaths. I mean, there have been some deaths, but still they're very much alive. Babushka with one of his own, and now the players of Wash are just showing off how skilled they are, as they just know where Savage is. The hunt is gonna be there, as Mohammadpur might even be on the cards. As Savage doesn't have much option but to take the fight. He has to take as much as he can. Mohammadpur is gonna be an attempt after all. Uder is gonna go down in the process. Now it's gonna be Pear and Babushka against Savage. A very winnable run, but still the HP disadvantage is gonna be from the wall. Bank's gonna be very much on point, but still needs to connect the shots onto the Sova. He was showing off his shoulder. The bait's gotta be perfect. He's just burning time. He's just playing with his food here. And now there's not much that KJ can do. The clock is ticking. Needs to commit into this. He doesn't even care. He needs to go. He wants to go down with the spike, but instead it's gonna be Pear instead. As he will try his level best to take at least 2 guns off the board from the side of Headhunter. Sorry, from the side of Washed. But it's gonna be Washed taking the lead from the clutches of the side of Headhunters. Going for the full, not exactly full buy, but the anti-eco. But they're very much prepared for the full buy as well.
Have to make this one well thought out. Members of Wash, they played this extremely smart too. They were not really overly aggressive. They took the early duels together as a team, while on the opposite side, Headhunters, I would say small mistakes kind of disheartened them. They were a bit more disjointed than you would have expected, and those trades just did not come in quickly enough, allowing Wash to just have that opportunity to completely recycle themselves at any turn. But for now, that mid push really did cause a little bit of a problem here, as Uded being able to find the first hit, he's going to be able to find 2. Uded, a dangerous player coming in with that Marshall. 2 big kills for him too. That's 2 very important players that are no longer in the arsenal anymore. And this round pretty much guaranteed going in the favor of the attackers. No real shot skipped here. 8-6. But Snowflakes maybe getting a couple of exit frags here and there, but even then, these exit frags are not going to amount to much. Yeah, he's going to get one step closer to the Blade Storm, but having a Blade Storm is not really going to determine a lot of the rounds moving forward. Maybe if you're on the Nico moving down the line, but to get a kill, it's going to be a tough one.
8-6. The side of Washer showing off that how strong they are even with these weaponry. And as I said, they were ready for the full buy round because they still have a lot of assault rifles in their arsenal. Udel, however, is just popping off heads with the Marshal, so he doesn't even need one. So this is where the side of Headhunters will have to be very careful because they are going for a full buy, but they're really not looking that handsome. So problems will be arising for them. But if you don't want problems for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, you can get your hands on Inspired Broadband, by the way, because you want to make sure that your gameplay sessions are going to be uninterrupted. But as of now, the players are also making sure the action is going to stay uninterrupted, as we do see some frags being dispatched through the one-way smoke. One player from each side, but it's going to be a bit more of a heavier one for the defenders because they've lost their controller, while Babushka is very much alive to replace Patu's. So, frag attempts are going to be there. Snowflake's way too greedy, as we did not quite expect Falcon to be there so close. Lost the Vandal, and now that's gonna be a free upgrade for Falcon as well as he recovers it. Para finding one more onto Savage, and looks like the players of Washed, they're just dominating the opposition like they're nobody's business. Mine does have an Odin, but how much do you go with that? My decision would be that try to save the weapon and try to fight off another day, but now his location's revealed and now he has to make a run for it. The scans are gonna be there and he will be hunted down by Yuta. That's pretty much anybody's guess. Perr, however, will not die to him, but he will be flanked by Perr instead from the side of Heaven. A nice attempt, but once again a very hefty round for the side of Headhunters. Once again, because of that Odin being present, their economy is really gonna have a hard time. But Washed, they're really looking strong, and probably they're gonna try the level best to close it up as well, as they have pushed their opposition to Nico.
I have to play this one slow and steady here. Be overly aggressive because now that you are at a very significant disadvantage, the members of Headhunters, they need to understand, even with the weaker weapons, they need to try and make this round count. Presto, they need to find value in the form of ultimate orbs or something. Their team is at a ditch, and the fact that Valorant is such a snowball heavy game is going to cause even more problems for them. Unit already in towards the side. Yes, full entry, but Savage able to find the kill. That's the opening pick that they need, but Savage, don't go overly aggressive. He peeked that all by himself, and he died for it. That's the 1-for-1 that you do not want here. But with the Killjoy dead, the possibility of a flank is endless. And if Snowflake's just able to find the kill, that would be perfect. Fast kill, Snowflake's able to find value.
Nice
even
shot.
more. And this is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. The defense tearing up the surfer here. So trying to run in towards the back end of the site. More value to be found. Babushka, good for another kill. He does fall. And now it's Snowflakes. Army's against him. Patu over on the sidelines, and it's not going to be enough. Adu instead gets the final laugh and gets the spike defused as well. 9-7, ladies and gentlemen. It's Headhunters. They're holding strong.
We capitalized on that flank as well. That was just splendid. Nobody expected Snowflakes to be there, and at the same time, Snowflakes' momentum was simply unrivaled. Then again, he is playing Jet for a reason, so that's kind of expected. So this is where the side of Wash will be a little bit more concerned that, okay, they can flank from anywhere and they can be anywhere as well. So maybe a lot more pressure can be expected from the side of Headhunters, but it needs to be consistent because there have been a lot of moments Headhunters have simply outdone themselves, but at the same time they have also felt like they have been lost in the map of Ascent. But it's not something they'll have to be very worried about. But what the side of Headhunters will have to worry about is the economy. Not exactly the economy, the arsenal. Last time, when they had such an extremely heavy buy, they couldn't find success, but I do hope Snowflakes finds something with their operator, as he is really looking to the general direction of tiles. He will not be looking at that angle when the timing needed to be crucial, and now the Killjoy does have all the cover he can ask for. There's also a smoke available, so Snowflakes is gonna be going a little bit more greedy.
Oh, that was so
nice
close!
try.
That was so close.
Could have been a nice kill, but sadly, the timing was a little off, but nice attempt though. But now they know there is an op available in A side, so probably the B side is gonna have a much heavier impact. But Adib, however, is gonna show off that, hey, I'm still here, you did. You gotta look at me.
Snowflakes, another missed shot. This could just cause problems. Falcon falling over all the players towards the A side. It's a huge gamble for them to play onto. They're expecting the op to go in for a full rotation because he has already showcased his presence onto this side. But instead, the members of Headhunters, they're already ready for this. Are they fast swing for him? He's gonna be able to find multiple frags. Now Falcon trying to be the game changer for his team here, but Adam with the 3 kills, he's able to find all of the value in the entire world. Falcon down at rock bottom, with Savage being the one to send him back onto hell. He's washed. They're losing round after round as Headhunters. As soon as they won that eco round in their name, the team's demeanor has changed drastically. They're a lot more confident in their approach. They're making sure to cause problems in every regard. Good God, Snowflakes with the operator. Yes, he has not really been getting a lot of value with it, but he's been causing the attackers to run around based upon his operator gameplay. And wherever the op is, they're trying to avoid it. But when they tried to over-predict the op's rotation, they fell under a good setup coming in from the members of Headhunters, because Headhunters understood that if they're going to try to run away from the op, let's stack the side where the op is. Playing those mind games, the smallest of details is what it takes, but the close fight is something that Snowflakes had no idea what to expect. The flick does not land for him, and Udead getting out scotch-free pretty much and dealing a good chunk of damage over to her Savage as well. That's a huge hit. It's washed. They have the opening that they need, but a small reset is required, Presto, before they can go in for a full hit.
I hope they can find the answer to that as well, my guy, because it does feel like they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. They're just committing with their bodies, and this is not looking very great, is it? But now Mahin's going to have a triple of his own, looking for a quadruple, but it's going to be Adib instead. We'll confirm that he's not going to be finding any ace whatsoever. But yeah, I believe that the current scenario might not be feeling the side of Watch that much, but still they're pretty much in the lead. But this is certainly going to be a confirmed run inside of Headhunters. And no surprises there even, because they're starting to read the opposition. But at the same time, this run in particular, you didn't see any players surviving, except for Savage with the operator. It's again a really good run for the side of Watch, but Headhunters, they'll have to be very careful here on out, because now they know their opposition will be able to outgun them if the need ever occurs, and which has occurred even. Hopefully for the attackers, they have a decent battle worker. Yuda will be playing off the knives available. And wait a second, they have all the ultimates available as well. I didn't realize it, because I'm feeling a little tired, by the way. Apologies for that as well. And at the same time, the stream doesn't have any sound for me somehow on Discord. Maybe it's just my problem, but who knows?
Nah, that's also my issue. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we need Rive High to fix
suffering.
this. Okay, fine. Understood. But yeah, as I was saying, they have all the ultimates available, so with that, they can actually execute a proper ambush as well inside of B side. So does apply to A side as well, but they'll have to be very careful on these regards, because once again, some of the players also have their counter ults available. Mahin playing with the Hunter's Fury will find Terror, even though the primary target was Yuda. The Killjoy is gonna find a double here though! The MVP of the game! Falcon living by all himself. How many usual kills did we see? Riot Games said Project A is not gonna have abilities which will allow players to get kills. Game! We had 4 kills in 1 round, which were from utils. 2 from a KJ turret, 1 from the Aftershock, and 1 from the ultimate. What is happening?
This is life. And these are things that you just need to accept from time to time, but acceptance of kills like that is not what the members of Washed want. They can feel the pressure mounting up on top of them as Headhunters, their defensive side, really looking to be something that cannot be beaten that easily. Push out one more time here. Mahin giving away the position, needs to try to survive here for as long as he possibly can. Go for 1 more kill, gets traded out though instantaneously, and Batu can just get instantly picked up as well. Still very much alive in this one. Adib able to find value, and Mock, dangerous as he always is, able to find that flash kill over onto another. They're gonna be able to flood into the side for an opening. Adib with another big kill, catching out Udead. And with the last player still up and remaining over towards the back end, they still did not use their lockdown as well. Savage, understanding that the spike plant did not go down, the spike was not yet fully going to blow up. He waited for the timing, and as soon as Perish showed his face, they were able to save 2 big ultimates going into this next round. Christo, they're already at double digits. They're at 11. And at this 11 mark, I don't know how to say it, but against 2 big ultimates, yeah, you have the Hunter's Fury, but you don't have much to try and stop the Rolling Thunder that could be coming your way as soon as your Sova tries to go in for that ultimate. It's going to be tough to flood into any of these sites, and this round is paramount for them to win, because if they don't win this one, they're going to be done for.
Absolutely, because look at the economy as well. The best
They have
economy
nothing.
they have. Yeah. Well, the
That was
credit
broke
card
to
is certainly
speed.
gonna, it's certainly gonna decline after this. And their loan officers are not gonna be, their loan sharks are really gonna be after them. But that's just a hypothetical situation. Also with the half shields, they'll have a less amount of chance to retaliate as well in these gunfights. Except for headshots, they're gonna be fine regardless of the circumstances. So Washed, in a very awkward situation, even though Headhunters did start very roughly, but still able to put themselves back on the board on their own defense rounds. And now the attackers are really confused which map to, which objective to commit to. Presence will be seen on the main side, but even though we do see a couple of players roaming around in the mid side, but not quite sure if it's got the primary target. One of the hostiles will be detected by the KO knife, but still no kills whatsoever. Snowflakes is suppressed, but he doesn't care. He just knows if any form of entry has been attempted, he can take him out. As some entry will be made, and now Spike will make his way inside the objective as well. As the fan goes down to a 5v5 retake situation. The ultimates are all over the place. Snowflakes finding the opening frag onto Patus. And now it's gonna be all hell breaking loose as the players are getting frags after frags. The attacker Killjoy will be there to destroy and burn some time from the defenders, but I don't really see this happening as the refusal is gonna go down before the attacker Killjoy was even triggered. They were detained. They got the kill regardless. They're just trolling the opposition. Headhunters are hunting heads one by one. Their confidence is simply unrivaled and unshared and Washed. They have a buy to work with, but do you really think it's a worthy one? I don't think so, because you were here before. At least last time you had ultimates. This time you don't have anything. This might as well be done for them unless a miracle happens. They'll have to pull an absolute, how do I put it? They need the blessings of Valorant Jesus as well. We know who Marvel Jesus is, but yeah, that's
The
all they're gonna be
Valorant
getting.
Jesus is the truth. We all know the truth.
Is he even watching the stream? I doubt that.
I don't think he is, but for now, Snowflakes. I don't think he's gonna be the one praying to Jesus anytime soon. Batu instead being sent over to heaven.
Correct, true Jesus.
Force guy not gonna be able to do much what you did. The timing is perfect from this man. Heard the sound, and he's gonna be able to find the bullets onto the back. Mayan taking more of a backseat here, a 1-for-1 trade, but not really the most favorable one. Not having that KO was pretty much a very significant problem for them. Bearer in the back, he does have the timing with his jet. Uded needs to find an important kill. Savage! Fast swing with Mock's utility. He's able to find so much value with this reach utility. That is astounding. Very few teams are going to be able to do that to such a high caliber. We do see the players in the corner. Snowflake's going to be fully flashed out. The shots need to just connect. Bearer with a double kill. Still very much alive and kicking. But one bad flash coming in from the breach just caused everything to fall apart.
Poor Snowflakes. Poor old Snowflakes. He had such an amazing position as well. Oh wait, I'm pretty damn sure the tactical timeout has been called off from the side of Headhunters. And rightfully so, because that round was rightfully theirs, Eggy, but anyway. That's just sad. But as well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna allow the players to have some time. We'll take a little bit of break and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So, gentlemen, looks like the issue has been resolved after all, and I do believe that the pause timer has been called from the side of Headhunters. Once again, because of the mistake they have made. Hopefully, they will be able to recover from it down the line. But it's not a huge impact, Aggie, because they're still sitting on match point, and these mistakes are simply gonna destroy their momentum. And this is also gonna be a very awkward call as well, because these are happening because of miscommunications.
Here.
I still do not know why Mock went for the flash. Probably he was overexcited and Snowflakes, and he just couldn't coordinate properly, but it's fine. But two much rounds, and the side of Wash will have a decent economy, which they don't have even now. But there still will be a lot of pressure on them, as side of the attackers as well. They're playing really small. They're playing really slow. Probably gonna try to commit mid. Yeah, it looks like it, but B main has so many players available. The Killjoy utilities are gonna be the main problems here. And there you go. The Dina's gonna be there from the Nanostorms, which will also burn some time. 35 seconds left on the clock to find an opening, to find a commitment.
30 seconds left.
But they're gonna be going for a rotation instead, or maybe they're gonna be going for a market take instead. As it's gonna be none other than Mahin.
One down.
Oh my god, Terror!
Oh, holy shit!
Okay, Terror. The guy just got activated, knowing that his team is in the worst possible spot. 9 seconds left on the clock. They need to get this plant down soon. 6, 5, 4. They get the plant down, but no, the time. It has enough. Good God, that was a little bit too close for comfort. That could have ended horribly, but still, there is a chance and an opportunity. Adib needs to set up to the plate to try and take this one away. Chances presented, but still Bamushka, faster on the trigger, is going to be able to shut him down almost instantly.
There's a high possibility of seeing an overtime now, ladies and gentlemen, because look at the buys from the side of Headhunters now, because they do not have the best of the buys, while Sim cannot be set for the side of Washed. And I must admit that one flash from Mock kind of messed things up really bad, as it was technically their round, and now they're on the brink of losing it all, having the pressure of facing overtime. And there's also some kudos to the side of Washed as well, as they're really putting up an amazing fight after getting the momentum.
Yeah, these rounds have been so crucial for them. Just a slow approach, taking time after time, that they're able to find these small mistakes being showcased by the members of Headhunters. They're able to capitalize. Last chance for Headhunters to try and close this, because Washed going over to that overtime, you do not want to face up against this team in those type of situations. That's when Washed are at their calmest, knowing that Headhunters are going to make mistakes. That's the thing. Headhunters, as a team, they have ample amounts of momentum to play around with, but because Adib has a little bit more of a weaker buy, and Mahin being stuck onto an Ares, these weak weapons could be their weakest link. If they're able to sniff out the players that have the weaker weapons, that's all that they need. They got Bell not spawned in unit! Gonna be able to find the catch. Falcon instead, able to capitalize. They have the site entry that they wanted, and with Terror dying like that, this is perfect. This team Washed. They still have a chance to keep themselves in the running. 4 versus 5 going into the spike post.
May get a 4 versus 5 versus 2 actually, because now there's nobody to retaliate, and Udid is on a rampage of his own. It's all up to Mahin.
No way, you did!
He was a stinger.
God.
He didn't have ammunition, so he just swung hard, and at the same time he knew that
Race into the spike site.
in that range, no weapon is gonna come close to a stinger, and that's exactly how, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be sitting very comfortably on match point. Sorry, the players of Headhunters will not be having the best of their comforts on match. I'm missing my word because of the tiredness, but due to the overtime factor, and now Headhunters, they whatever they've gained so far, it's all gone. It could have been their map, and it could have been their quarterfinals into the semis, but now it's all gone. We have seen both of the teams showing their absolute dominance on both of the sides, because in the first half it was a 6-6, now it's 12-12.
Careful.
Can't quite say which team is gonna have the absolute shreds here, but still, now we will find the decisions, because it's not about the economy, it's all the gunplay. Oh yeah, there you go, you did. Expecting Snowflakes to be aggressive, and aggressive being he was. He's gonna go down. Hardcore Gaming, or should I say Mock, playing with fire once again, but he will be able to make the cross on the other side of the smoke. Still trying to be a boogeyman here, trying to find some value, but still location might even be getting revealed in the nick of time, as he is gonna be having some guests. Expecting him to be on mid side. That is gonna be the Omen and the Sova, but still, as of now, Hardcore Gaming will reveal the location. Now he is kind of forced to take the fight on his own, but still the smoke will be able to allow him to make a rotation. But the problem is, there's too many players in B side. They could have committed A, even though it is the Killjoy's objective, but at least they would have had a breathing zone to take one fight at a time.
One
This one
enemy
goes.
remaining.
Mamushka just causing a lot of problems. And remember what I said, you do not want to go up against this team when it comes down to these overtime rounds, because that's where the members of Watch really start to thrive.
Switching
This
sides.
team loves to play under pressure. They know how to make these comebacks happen, and they will never give up. That's what the mental fortitude is all about. For now, he's setting it through. It's washed. On the attack side, which has been a little bit weaker for them, while Headhunters on the defense have been close to impenetrable. Chances presented for Headhunters to try and maybe take us into overtime number 2. It's going to be tough, I would say, because of the amount of momentum Wash were able to gain with the last couple of rounds. Their confidence is sky high. And one kill, just one mistake from Headhunter, and they are done for.
They had everything favoring them. Now the sacks have been the tables turned. The odds are against them. There's certainly gonna be a lot of pressure from their side, but what else can they do other than winning the round here on out and try to make their own way into the semifinals? The rotation will be called in as the players will run it back into their own spawn, and probably a B commitment is gonna be expected, but the KJ utils are still gonna be available, at least a little bit of them, but not a problem for them. But Babushka might be the primary target here, as he is hiding inside of Boathouse, expecting a push, but still the rotation might even be called in. Just a nick of time, and then they will see all of hell breaking loose. But now looks like the call has been made after all, as Babushka starting to make his way inside the objective. And there you go, Mahin doesn't quite have an answer for the. He does have an Odin, but the spray needs to be precise. And it's starting to fall apart, ladies and gentlemen.
This is bad. Headhunters, they should have been the ones to take this. Falcon with another kill. He's single-handedly doing it all. Trying to make the last one count. Snowflakes, his body is completely flashed out, and there is nothing that you can do to turn this one around. Good God, the members of WAS, they took this victory all the way from down under, and there is no way that you could have predicted this outcome. Headhunters, they started strong. They were the ones to try and take this one away. They got to double digits first. They got to 11 at the very beginning, but it just was not enough.
Tell me about it, because frankly speaking, it was supposed to be, and it was rightfully in the favor of Headhunters, but they just couldn't find their hands on it. Just unfortunate. Looks like Aggie's camera is on, by the way, but still it's not showing up on the stream as of now. But as I was saying, I don't believe so. I'll just give you the link again. 1 second, because I am the person who's hosting the camera. There you go. And as I was saying, so it was rightfully in the favor of Headhunters, but that one particular flash from the side of Mog just destroyed the momentum, because they were like, "Hey, what are we doing?" Because we're just sabotaging on our own teammates, and that's exactly where they're starting to struggle quite a lot, and that's exactly where their momentum was just diminished. Think about it. They were sitting on match point on a score line to probably 9-12 or maybe 10-12, and then from that particular score line, we have ended the game on a 14-12. That's an indication the side of Washed, they've won 4 rounds in consecutive order, and that is an indication they have gained momentum just because the players of Headhunters just lost it. I'm not quite sure if there was a heated conversation in their VCs. Once again, I'm not. It's just my guess, because we did see a pause coming in, so that pause was definitely a good idea. But if that pause had some heated conversations, I must admit that these will definitely impact your teammates quite a lot. So that's kind of sad from the side of Headhunters, but it's completely fine. It's just unfortunate, I would say, but at the same time, it's definitely gonna be Yulet who will be having the MVP screen. But Savage, he was not too far away from it.
He should have been the one to take this victory as well. It's tough when you think about it at the end of the day as well, because of one very particular reason. I'm pretty sure every single one of the players of Headhunters, they played their hearts out in this particular game, but playing your hearts out is just not going to be enough unless everyone's on the same page now, are they? It's just problem after problem being presented to the.
Keep speaking again.
It's just a problem that you can't really try to
Again.
fix purely
It's
on the
fine.
basis of having good utility usage. I do believe that they played a little bit too scared at the very end. They allowed the members of Wash to just do whatever the hell they wanted from the very beginning of the round. While you could tell that when it was them on the attack side beforehand, this was a completely different show. Sorry, when they were on the defensive side beforehand, it was a completely different showing. The team looked a lot more better. They were taking a lot more initiative in certain rounds, but coming towards the very end of the game, things just changed. They varied their playstyles. They were playing a lot more scared and Wash finding so much free space to play around with. The confident team that we saw coming in from the members of Headhunters early on just didn't exist at the end of the game, which caused this big pitfall to happen.
Absolutely. And these are just some sad moments that the side of Headhunters just couldn't find their clutches here. But it's just unfortunate, I would say, because it was not supposed to happen like this. So it's kind of sad to say farewell to the side of Headhunters, because let's face it, they definitely do not deserve it. But at the same time, Wash, they definitely do deserve this victory because they have worked really hard to bring themselves on top of this chart. And yeah, I have to compliment both of the teams here because they put up such an amazing fight. And I did mention seeing these teams facing off against each other in a best of one, it's just heartbreaking. Yeah, I know it is the quarterfinals, but these teams are one of the few teams who definitely deserve to be in the grand finals as well, if not the semifinals. But then again, it's just a sad moment that the side of Wash did kind of disappear because of a
Just
UI
like my
bug. But
face.
yeah, apparently your link's not working, but I will be rehosting the link. Don't worry about it, Aggie. But before we actually wrap it up, I have to say that Headhunters really good attempt, but we do expect you to come back to the upcoming tournaments as well. And I know for a fact you will be. Once again, it's just gonna be a matter of once again an anime, which definitely Aggie's gonna be mocking every he wants to watch it with me. Like you, obviously, where you have to make sure you're fulfilling each other. If you're being the sabotaging factor, that's gonna be a problem, and that's exactly what happened back there. But enough of like rubbing that. We're gonna be right back after a short while as we have another best of one series with the quarterfinals. So do stay tuned. As Aggie's camera is also gonna be back when the next time we come back.
Hopefully.
I've got
action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
30 seconds left. Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 seconds. 0. Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second best of one of the day on the quarterfinals of Inspire Broadband Presents Valorant Skirmish Cup. Well, we have one of our semifinalists. We're going to be figuring out who will be the second one joining us and who will be facing off against the first qualified team, which is Washed. Either it's going to be the side of AVG or SL Esports. So, if I want to be honest, I have to be a bit. I hate to say it, but I may lean a little bit towards the side of SL Esports because of the fact that they have a lot more of a familiar faces in their equation, while the side of AVG, they are an up-and-comer and they have a lot of talented players as well, but they still need to make a mark in the scene of Bangladesh as a whole. So I'm not expecting a very quick game, to be very honest, but still I'm expecting the side of AVG to put up a great show against the Titans of SL because once again, SL is a very experienced team, so they might be able to put up a great show for us regardless. And I know for a fact a lot of people will be cheering in the chat for the players of SL Esports. So no surprises there, but also will not be counting the side of AVG. Fingers are crossed. But this is something the side of AVG will have to answer themselves because of the absolute obvious, because it is a tournament match and the skills will really matter more than the luck factors. So my camera moved for a second. So yeah, that's a question we will be getting the answer within a couple of minutes when the game starts. Not to mention, the game is gonna be hosted on the map. Oh, never mind. The map ban has not been hosted yet. It's gonna be on your screen in a couple of seconds. And yeah, that's what we were working for. And as of now, as you can see with the camera's position, it is gonna be me who will be casting you through the process. Aggie has some work to be done with once again because of emergencies. Apologies for that. But bear with me. Let's hope this is gonna be a spectacular match. And we're just waiting for the map bans to come in. It is gonna be here in the nick of time, just going around the rosy, but still. I'm kind of expecting something to be a bit more straightforward, like maybe Ascent, maybe Heaven. Not expecting Lotus though. We have seen a lot of Lotus. Not a lot of Lotus in this tournament as a whole. We haven't seen any Abyss. That's something kind of sad because this is a new map. A lot of teams do not quite know how the meta is going to be working. So they're still taking the time, but eventually Abyss will be seeing the meta. But yeah, Abyss is one of the few maps where you have to be. Apologies for that. Alhamdulillah. Well, they have to be a bit more careful because it's a new map and you have the chance to like fall apart, fall from the map itself. And I think I'll have another sneeze coming right around the corner. And you know how it feels when a sneeze is coming, so don't mind my facial expression. I just hope. Never mind, just left anyways. Yeah. Yeah, as you might have guessed, yeah, I am feeling a little bit sick and tired, but then again, I'm all in when it comes to entertaining you guys. So yeah, that's gonna be just a factor. But I'm still waiting for the players, or should I say the admins, to show up the map bans if possible, so that we can at least show the audience what map will be seeing the action. And then we can start the game probably, or maybe even that's not something which have been dealt with. Yeah, probably not. So I guess I'll have to burn some more time over here. Well, there's not a lot to talk about, but looks like some information have been provided over here, at least from the notes I've been received. I have received. That is, it is gonna be a map in Haven. Yeah, it is gonna be a map. Yeah, there you go. It is in Haven, as we didn't quite see the map bands on the screen. Instead, we just have the agent selections directly. So I guess it's something of a how do I put it? Efficiency, but still, it is gonna be there. But now we're gonna be heading into the game as SL Esports and Avaricious Gaming, or just AVZ, will be getting into the game as we have the how do I put it? The agent composition. The game has started as our admins have given us the notice, so we will be getting into then 3, 2, 1, and looks like it is started after all because it has started after all because we do see the players kind of already taking position inside of in their playing position. No kills whatsoever. So that's not the moment I said we will be seeing Youngblood getting rid of Abek. So the fracture is gonna be there, and the UI took a little longer to start, but it is here finally. as Youngblood is the responsible one here, but he will be running back into Seaside. He's playing the ISO, so I must admit he is playing with the meta characters as of now. We have seen a couple of neons as well from the entirety of the tournament, so no surprises there. We will be seeing LZU getting one, but the refrag will be there from the side of Omega. But it's going to be a refrag game all the place as Cairo and Arurai finding their own values, and now it's all up to Omega and Arurai in a 3v2. Very much winnable, but still needs to find the frags to make this happen. Omega has a
seconds left.
Cypher wire in front of him that is giving him a harder time because Antares is just capitalizing on just that, and as of now, the short Team Ace, question mark, the round hasn't even gone to an end yet, but I guess it's a bug once again. Omega with that double of his own and looking for more, probably the rendezvous is gonna be there from the side of Aurora as well, and now a 2v2 situation to work with. The clock's ticking down, but still, it is gonna hit into a post-ban scenario, but both of the players will find the kills instantaneously the moment the players drift time to the spike, and the retake is gonna be the easiest retake of their lifetime, as SL finds a very clean victory even though the plan has gone down. 1-0 in favor of SL. Now, AVG, nice attempt. I'll have to compliment them on that because the take they took onto the seaside was really splendid. But when it came to the gunfights, it just didn't work out. But even then, they were able to make it a 2v2. But when it came to post plan, they just went hungry. They just gave the opposition an isolated 1v1. Both of them actually. That's exactly how they kind of bit that does. But it's completely fine. It's just one round. AVG still has a lot of breathing zone to work with as they're going for an eco round over here. While the opposition will have a couple of Vandals available, one Vandal and two Bulldogs available to make sure that they will not have too much of a risk on the full buy round. They're starting to execute as LZU is just going to be walking past the objective. It's just a shooting range for the players as they're just tapping off players one by one. Omega and Aurora, the remaining survivors. I don't think they're going to be surviving that long though, as Mid is going to be overrun by the attackers as well. It's all up to Antares. Sorry, Arurai. He will be good for one to Antares. Cairo will get the instantaneous refrag once again, as we get to see it on the instant replay, as the players of the attacking side defensive side just became the attackers, didn't even care, didn't even hesitate to take the gunfights against the opponent. Look at that, LZU and Youngblood popping heads here and there, just like that. They're just showing off that they are an experienced team and they're not gonna shy away from it. SL. Nothing surprising from their side, but I do hope AVG will have an answer for this as well, as they are going for their own full buy rounds with the Vandals all across. Sorry, never mind. There will be two Phantoms available, but this needs to be a bit more on point as the players are starting to fill into the void, and now Antares and the rest of the players are going to be in a very problematic situation. And looks like it's going to be last need imposter finding a triple onto the concrete block as well. Nata King find one of his own, and now no attempts on an ace though, because he has the ace stolen already. Sid sucks, last player surviving. The Cypher, as the Cypher does have plenty amount of utils nearby, but still this fortress is gonna fall in the nick of time. Sid's playing very carefully, will be paranoid by the paranoia, and now there's so much things to worry about it. It would have been the Jet, instead it's gonna be Nata King. Once again, Nata the King getting the second kill of his own. No ace will be allowed, but both of these players are really fragging it out. 2-1 as AVG finds their first round. But this is where the things can start to crumble once again. As we always say, SL does have their own full buy as well. Even though they were prepared for the previous round with the Bulldogs available, but when it came to those lineups, they have a lot to answer here. Because once again, I understand ISO going down, but two players consecutive behind the concrete block? I don't have an answer for that. But hopefully they should be able to find their answer on the upcoming rounds. As started to keep up on C side, but they will make a rotation back to the garage side. Trying to find other flushes, but it will take a little bit of longer time. As players will show some presence on B main. Sorry, mid. But A is gonna be the primary target, and this is looking like a good read because think about it. There is nobody to be seen in A side, but now the sound's gonna be made, and now the Sova should have information on the positioning. There will be at least some form of retaliation.
Next.
Youngblood finding the first onto Nata the King, and now they're able to find at least some form of utils. But the plan has to go down, which will never mind. The plant has to go down, but it's taking a little longer. The shock darts will be dispatched, and it will have a little bit of chip damage onto both of the players. But still, what are the options? Abik will be stunned and vulnerable, and now there's a lot of moments where they can feel they can feel the pressure as Cairo just walks inside of the objective. There is a player inside of Graffiti, but he doesn't quite have any value whatsoever. As Cairo finds a rampage of his own, these guys from the side of SL are just monsters. On these retakes, they do not show any mistakes whatsoever. As AVG, nice attempt, but still the crossfires were not properly prepared, nor they were ready for this setup. As SL finds the third round as AVG. It's not struggling. They should be able to find another full buy, but SL is really starting to pop off here. 3-1.
Here.
And the momentum's really carrying the side of SL into absolute victory. But if they can't keep it up, only then Abik will dodge those wall bangs by just a little couple of inches. But still gonna be a big question mark as the Cypher is trying to show off some presence.
Wow, my eyes are
Along with the
down.
Killjoy as well, but still the Killjoy will not be committing into the long side. Spike is near the vicinity, but still Garage might be the primary target for the attack as Imposter. Already walked inside the Cypher, where it might even get destroyed in the nick of time, which it will be. Now the Cypher should know where the player is gonna be unless he didn't pay attention. Imposter just broke the Cypher and he ran back. That's a good position because he just is creating a lot of question marks in the map. Cairo finding one, but still needs to make sure this is gonna be a proper positioning. He might be playing with fire here, but still Imposter walks in and Cairo with a double and a triple. He's gonna be looking for more. This guy is gonna be looking for his ace, but he's looking for Arura. Arura has already made a call, and Youngblood just pulls him in with the 1v1. Just like that, which could have certainly been an ace for Cairo. Youngblood's like, meh, I'm not gonna let you have it. And SL, or should I say the individual players of SL, are just showing off how strong their individual gunplays are. They're not making any mistakes and also taking advantage of the timing as well. This is just marvelous. And just because we didn't have the audio, I didn't even know that there was the ISO ult.
We don't.
Nice attempt, AVG.
Here.
Now they're starting to kind of suffer because their economy is really suffering here. But SL, looking very confident. They're really playing very carefully on this defensive. Many times will be there. Abeg did try to make a difference, but will not find the kill onto LZU. I don't even know if he found the damage even, but still. Youngblood. Very aggressive on the garage shake. Shots will be attempted, but will not connect. Cairo and Youngblood making their own progress. The attackers are yet to find an opening. Spike will be recovered though, but still. They didn't even commit to that, so that's gonna be a problem. But as of now, they're kind of stuck in an island. Except for the Omen, who does have a decent position to work with, but doesn't have the best of the guns to work with either. Abik will get one, but for how long? Garurai good for one, but he's also gonna hit by the side of LZU.
Scanning ahead.
It's a 4-1. Make it a 5-1. On the brighter side of life, AVG. Oh, never mind. I thought they're gonna have a bonus round. It's a losing bonus, but it's not gonna be happening as of now. They will have a full buy because it was an eco previously, so I'll still cut them some slack as Abik, however, individually is trying his level best to get the kills. But seems to be a bit more consistent. SL are just cutting through them like a hot knife through butter.
Off your feet!
Placing swarm grenade.
Now, I kind of missed it because I was drinking water. Spyro. Not sure where he went down from, but it does look like he died from the exact same location where he died on the third round.
One enemy remaining.
The concrete block. So I must admit, this time it is SL who played super predictably, and AVG just took advantage of that. Nice attempt. But what are their options? AVG, a brilliant round and a flawless round as well on their board, 5-2. And this might as well be a very this might as well be a comeback moment for them, because they're certainly on a really strong position to work with. Think about it. They kinda dismantled their opposition on with a flawless, but it's not a very strong factor. I know, because the opposition still has decent buys to work with, and not to mention Youngblood and Sipsax are the only players who don't have ultimate, but they're not even too far away from deploying it. One more kill, and they're gonna be sitting on it. So things are gonna be a bit more problematic, but it's fine. As of now, the players have shown some progress, presence inside of B side. Not attacking. He will go down, but it's gonna be Imposter who tried to get his fallen teammate avenged, but this time around, the counter Avenger is gonna be much more stronger. Because all the players are just falling apart. Omega V and Abi, the last player surviving the crossfire, will be there from their side, but Omega V with a double kill of his own, but Youngblood answers back with a double kill of his own this time. And we get to relive that moment in instant replay once again as Cairo just punished the Jet as he was trying to get a refrag. I cannot blame him. He kind of got stuck in an island over there, but gotta admit, the players of SL, they're really showing off and showcasing how team support and team composition should be, because look at that, ladies and gentlemen. They're just playing off each other's contacts and playing off the refrags, knowing that what's happening in the map and reacting to it. That's just nothing but a shared example of experience. 6-2. Probably looking down to a 6-2. They're gonna try to level best to make it a 7-2, but AVG does have a decent buy once again, so I do expect it to be a 6-3. But these needs to be consistent. Cairo, you understand that's a very risky position to be in, and a lot of frags will be dispatched from both of the sides. But this time around, it's gonna be the side of AVG on the upper hand, as they have certainly put the opposition on a back foot. 3v2 in their favor. Postman as well. But still, SL is one of the few teams you just cannot cut on the RT equation, and probably it's gonna be remaining. Never mind, Headhunters on 1v2. A very winnable position, but still needs to find the players first. Nata King playing it very, very carefully. Tags will be there. The Killjoy does have an upper hand, as the Sova's location is kind of known. Will be able to tap the spike. The problem is, oh, he's gonna read it. Oh my goodness, and Torres, you're a monster, but there were too many angles to go for. A really nice attempt, but will not find it, as 6-3 is indeed gonna be the score, as SL still has the lead, but AVG is starting to slap back. Questions are if they can hold on to this line. Probably they will be, but we'll have to be a bit more careful here or not, because once again the oppositions are sitting on all ultimates available. As my Discord screen share starts to blur, not quite sure why. Maybe just because I don't have Inspire Broadcast, Inspire Broadband, or maybe the caster, the streamer doesn't have Inspire Broadband, probably. But anyways, reveals will be seen. Early reveals will be spotted out. Yeah, it is just yeah, it is.
Spike down A.
Funny enough, you know, shout out to Inspire Broadband. Actually, the moment I was saying my internet might have died, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not or something. That's exactly the moment Aggie texts me if my internet actually died, because we use the same net. Not gonna tell you the name, but still, we are using the same net. And that's exactly where things kind of effed up. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, even I'm suffering because I don't use Inspire Broadband. So, you don't suffer like me? Don't. But you better believe it. It's not worth it. But what is worth it is the aggression from the side of SLS. They're just walking all the way run back into C side, and now they're gonna allow the defenders to play the CT side, or should I say the defensive spawn. That's still gonna be ouchie in my opinion. Right, trying to find a value, but he's gonna be taken out instead. It's gonna be Cairo getting one more of his own, and now Omega, nice position, nice shots coming in, but the second needed to connect. Sit sucks. Just way too good on the trigger this man, and gets a refrag as well. 7-3, confirming that they will have the lead in the first half. AVG, good attempt, but you know, they lost a lot of early duels, and that's exactly what they felt. But is it their fault? Definitely not. They just kind of couldn't find their opening on the A main side. They have found a lot of openings previously, so that's why they kind of felt, you know, confident this time that maybe we should be able to find the Jet who has an operator. Instead, they were on the receiving end. A very broken buy to work with, but still, it is technically an eco because they have some cash to save. Two assault rifles will be spotted. Wallbangs will be there from the open once again, expecting some kills, but Tried playing yet. Cairo deploying the Blade Storm. Does have an operator as well to use. Has a lot of he does have a lot of ults to go for, so not quite surprised there. Cairo. They're good. And Taurus will find one, but the refrag game is gonna be in the favor of AVG as of now. 3-3. Youngblood, however, will equalize and make sure that his team is gonna have the lead. Youngblood still trying to find. Kills on his own. Finds the first down. Almost a second. The flick was good, but still Arurai. He's gonna find a double kill of his own, but now, ladies and gentlemen, before the plan even went down,
Last round before the
the
switch.
side of SL able to retaliate. But then again, I have to compliment the side of AVG quite a lot here because it was an eco and they put it to a 1v1. Can you not compliment that? You have to. So give it to them, and they really deserve it. But 8-3. Did they have a full buy? They should be able to find some form of value, but we do have a double operator setup. Probably a gun has also been dropped near the cipher in case he needs to use it. Not only it's also the last one before the swap, so he doesn't need to save anything because it's free real estate. Imposture. The jump piece, trying to find Cairo, but will not find it. But Cairo will also be found, so will be set stuck with the operator. The operators are being hyper aggressive. And the players of the attacking side, AVG, trying to find opening, but it's gonna take a long time. The tags are gonna be there. Arurai does have the Rolling Thunder available, but there's a high chance he may even find some friendly fire in the action. As that is pretty close into the vicinity, but maybe not so. Because he did angle it properly. And there you have it. Now they have the proper angles. So he will find the gunfight. Well, LZU will make sure his thousand teammates will not go out and avenge, and at the same time, Youngblood's just gonna double down on it. You take one of ours, we take two of yours. And now the flank's also there. Youngblood has a proper position to work with. He is stunned, but still Abek will get rid of Antares, so will Omega. Onto Youngblood. 3v2 situation. Both the players have operators in their hands, but do you want to save it? I don't think so! The fall time's gonna be so precisive, and now it sucks. 1v3 with an operator. There's no reason to save it. There's no reason to hide it. There's no reason to not fight back tonight. It sucks. There is no other guns available. He just downgraded to a default operator from a usual one. But now, what else options does he have? He doesn't have a Vandal nearby lying around. Needs to find the kill. Will find a Phantom, but now he's super low on HP. Needs to go for the shots, but Abek's shots with that distance will connect regardless, even with a wallbang. He was super low on HP.
Switching sides.
8-4 is going to be the split as AVG. A good half from their side as they are starting to show off how they can adapt on the fly. A decent split, if I want to be honest. And SL, they are having a lead, but they'll have to make sure they're holding this lead as long as they can. Otherwise, they will be the one to follow as we get to see the buy on the screen as well. As our admin goes drone mode. Kind of crazy as well because drones usually don't go that fast. Aside from the fact that if you are... Not even during the protests, we have seen them. Still, positioning from the drones have been pretty precise, but now the players will be back in the equation as they're starting to go for a commitment on the A side, probably.
Keep them cornered. Cover going out.
Will be connecting from the side of the attacker, so will from the defender, but Imposter is gonna be on the upper hand because he does have a sheriff to work with. But finally, he's gonna go down, but he has done his job already as a sheriff player, getting a double kill. Omega, location reveal, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he's gonna go down as well. Youngblood finding him, and now 3v3 situation. I'm not sure if the sheriff has been recovered though, but still, okay, Arurai and Abe making their own progression, and now Arurai with a double. Cairo. Find the last kill as well, and now the second one's gonna go in favor of the side of AVG. Wonderfully attempted. There's a vessel. That one particular sheriff really gave them a hard run, didn't it? Impostor, the man, the myth, the legend. Just putting up a show over here. Really brilliant, I must admit. But the brilliance needs to be consistent. And as Chester Bennington said, we saw brilliance when the world was asleep. So if that goes asleep, that's gonna be a problem. Even though rest in peace legend, but still. I just needed to highlight that. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a little tired or something, but who knows. SL
Shadows.
on their eco. Have a couple of decent weaponry to work with. Maybe they take some track, but it's not going to be very effective as Omega finds the opening, but still. Problem is,
Spike
against
down.
these
C.
SMGs, how much do they have to answer?
Last player standing.
This potato was flashed. Nothing to do. So technically it was a very awkward round for the side of SL because they bought a couple of weapons which they definitely could have saved and no kills from their side. But hey, they can still afford a full buy, so that's something great, isn't it? I guess so. 8 to 6, AVG. A very prime position to work with. This is their bonus round, but SL not an exception, as this is their full buy. They can just collect themselves and start their stream rail once again. AVG will have to find an answer over this. They will have their own full buys as well in the nick of time, as they're on the defensive side as well, but there's a lot of factors to worry about. Nice shot from the side of Imposter, as he will find one and will fall back as soon as he possibly can. He just knows with that outlaw, he's only good for 2, but not the remainder. But Youngblood is gonna be taken out by Abik. Abik with the double of his own with the SMG, and now the upgrade is gonna be available. So it sucks. We'll get rid of Omega, but still, the damage has been done by the defenders already. 3v4, 3v2 situation. Aris. Sorry, Sid sucks. Right, to make a gunfight, and he will certainly win that 2v2 as the players trying to go for a plan, but they're not quite committing it because they're expecting somebody to just push in, and they know for a fact Breach is outside of heaven. That will be there. The killjoy will go for an isolated gunfight. We're not quite sure why. Now, the Breach. Fight is level best, but once again, a very questionable play because the killjoy could have pushed when the flash was there. Or they could fit together, so nice attempt by the side of AVG, but it was just a miscommunication. SL, however, was their full buy. They did take a lot of damage, so kudos to AVG as well, but that one breach flash just could have not been timed better. Could have been timed better. Who am I getting? I'm high actually for real. Now, players are starting to show presence on the sewer side. Probably take absolute control, certainly, well, posture.
I know exactly where you are.
Aggression is gonna be there, but still, attacks have to be a bit more consistent. Cairo playing with fire, but he knows he's the master. Fires the savage beast,
Recalling my bot.
but still,
Spike
and
planted.
it's gonna go down successfully. The shock dart is gonna miss a little bit of timing once again. Problems, and now they're really on the receiving end of this. Double lid is gonna be on the corner as they do not even have the manpower.
Cover going out.
Sorry, I needed some water for the hydration, but still. Once again, Aurora in the exact same position where he was last time, but this time it needs to be perfected. In those
Last
position
player
was
standing.
not known. That's exactly how they faltered. Omega, I would say saved his brother, but he was not gonna do just that. And Taros, however, is gonna find the kill. 9 to 6, make it a 10 to 6 in favor of the side of SL, and they're really looking forward to close it up as fast as they can. Put themselves against the side of Washed on the upcoming brackets of semifinals.
Scatter.
Wait,
Right there.
I thought it was a buy round. How the hell did we end up? I guess it was a delay or something. Not quite sure because I was thinking, okay, why did not position until we actually have player stuck here? So a lot of question marks, but still we are casting with. I am casting without any sound, so that's gonna be a little bit difficult. But still, wait a second. Now I'm confused again. Which turn was it from? Hello? I mean, wait a second. Yeah, I haven't been this confused in my entire freaking life. Because I literally saw a ultimate being deployed by the ISO, but now we're having another round. I'm really disoriented here. Or am I just... I don't know. Have I increased a little bit of height of mine? If you know what I mean. Probably not. It does look like the side of SL did win one more round, so it's 11 to 6. AVG. We'll go for another buy, but this round's gonna technically make it or break it for them. Look at the economy. Some of them can buy guns this time, but the next time it's not gonna be the same. 500 creds on their name, if not 200 max. Sorry, 500 max. Problems. But SL, they want to close it up. I know. X will be there. Was forced to fall back. A really wise decision, which we haven't seen from the side of Cairo. Sounds will be back, hopefully. It sucks. Finding one into Nata King. Now this is gonna add a bit more of a problem for the side of SL. Sorry, for the side of AVG, because they lost their Sentinel. You've technically given away your free objective, which was C. Alright, however, is gonna get the counter by getting into their opposition Sentinel, but the players have already made inside the objective. The flank watch is not even the concern here by the attackers. And gone down postman scenario, and now Youngblood. A very interesting position. He should be able to find a double probably is if Abik is not paying attention. The swing needs to be accurate, but at the same time, all the players are going to be putting themselves on Garage. Abik, this is a paranoia, will try to find the kill, and he will do just that, but he's taking a lot of damage in the process as well. 3v2 as the players of AV does have a lead to work with, but still, Pyro. He's technically stuck in an island once again, but still will be able to escape from the vicinity. Also finding one of the imposter, and now the smoke. Sorry, the bomb is gonna be smoked. As I was to say, the smoke has been bombed. Never mind, it's gonna be LG and Antares throwing off their fights, and there you go! The last kill as well. On the side of Cairo, onto Arurai. Match point, that's semi-final point. To the side of SL. AVG, I hate to say it, but their backs are against the walls. Nice attempt, they have to. It's splendid and amazing as well. But it's an indication they have a lot to learn, and frankly speaking, they've made so far in the quarterfinals. They deserve their respect.
Keep up.
Just a rough start as of now. SL winning off in contact with their experience. Nothing else. What else is to there? SL, perfect flush from their side as they will be able to push their on to a post-man scenario on a 5v5. We will be able to see a Hunter's Fury from Antares trying to find someone, but will not lose the both of them. As he understood. But at least what he could have done is probably get some damage, but it's gonna be Cairo with the double kill of his own, but Imposter is already on the flank. Alzio with the one of his own. It's all up to Omega to keep his team's dream alive. Push it to semi-finals, but it's not gonna be working at all.
Attackers.
As Sid sucks. We'll find the last kill. A really nice attempt from the side of AVG though, but I guess as of now, they just couldn't feel the footing. They couldn't feel the gap between the side of AVG and SL. Once again, ASL is just on another level because of their experience. And I do not see the side of AVG to be any reason to be disappointed here. Because once again, they have a lot to learn. And they have put up a great show against a team like SL. So that's rightfully a really good achievement they should be proud of. But at the same time, will this be enough for them to be satisfied? Maybe, but at the same time, I do expect them to be back on this tournament once again because they certainly have deserved this position for themselves. Not to mention, they had a really good fight, so kudos to them, but it's going to be the side of SL Esports who will receive my congratulations as they are moving up to the semifinals, who will be facing off against the side of Washed, which is also going to be a very interesting game because both the teams have indeed shown how dominant they are. Wait, 1 second, I'm just keeping moving from the camera side, so happens quite often, I guess, but yeah, that's gonna be that as of now. So the X Factors are gonna be in position. SL moving up here. They're really gonna be celebrating, but the fight just gets difficult for them. AVG, kind of sad, but I do expect them to be a bit more present in upcoming tournaments so that they will certainly learn a lot from it. But that's just my 2 cents. There will be a lot more because this is the half of the quarterfinals over, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we'll be having more quarterfinals, but before we get into that, we'll have to look for the scoreboard as well as the admins are preparing it in the back end. As I'm burning some time, you may be seeing that I am feeling a little bit sleepy, but what are the options? But just in case, as there's not a lot to talk about from this particular match as of now, I will be highlighting a little bit more on the upcoming day, which is gonna be a match between the side, which will be between the side of Bye Bye Gaming and Covenant Esports and Night Furies and Joka Esports. 2 very unpredictable games. Sorry, my bad. one very unpredictable game from the side of Night Furies and Jokai Esports because they have indeed played the Odin spans, but that's not the point here because now we have the MVP screen ready on our screens. And no shit, it is gonna be Cairo as he just fragged it out like a mad lad he is with every single util he had. Look at those stats with 24, 8, and 3, and a average score, combat score of 342. Alright, really nice attempt, but at the same time, it's just a matter of experience where he just fell short. Just sad, but I hope on the next time around they will find their own successes. Because once again, I just cannot put a finger here that they played bad here. I cannot say that. So, a really good attempt. But Cairo and SL, and nothing surprising from you guys either. As we get into the match results as well. As you can see, the contributions were a little bit on the uneven side from both of the sides because Cairo, yeah, he is definitely the duelist, so he's supposed to take frags. And Taurus, I'm not saying that he played bad or something, but they were able to set up Cairo so well that he just shined. Even though I'm not gonna say it was a 1v5 game by any means, but still, he did his job properly. But at the same time, I had to give some kudos to Imposter as well, as he was a spectacular jet main, as he was able to get 5 first bloods for his team. Well, Cairo was on the it was on the second position with fourth position, but these are just indications that sometimes frags are not the name of the game. Your composition needs to be a bit more decisive and on point to find and count yourself as the champions and as the winners. AVG, we loved your gameplay, but we want to see you again. We do not want you to be disappointed, or you don't want to be disheartened out of this. We want you to learn a lot from this, and you will for certain as we see the region and the scene of Valorant in Bangladesh starts to grow every single day. But as of now, there's no other factors to highlight or to flourish here, so I guess that's gonna be pretty much it. There's nothing else to describe the scoreboard aside from like reading it out like a presentation, which is not the case here. So I guess that's kind of pretty much it. I'm expecting the admin to like switch to the admin cam so we can wrap the night up because once again, I'm the solo caster here. I'm getting tired and oh, yeah, the upcoming bracket, I guess. So yeah, I kind of forgot about it. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having a view of the upcoming brackets as well, how the tournament is going to proceed on the upcoming days. As we have said, this is the first day of the quarterfinals. We will be having one more day, which is tomorrow. And after that, we will proceed to the semifinals, and then we will be having the grand finals. So waiting for the brackets to come up on our screen so that we can describe that as well. And there you have it. It is going to be on your screen right now. As I mentioned, Bye Bye Gang and Covenant Esports will be playing against each other tomorrow. Not sure how Bye Bye Gang plays. Probably a new team, but Covenant Esports is certainly a team to be recognized. So this might be a very one-sided game, but we're not quite sure. But on the other side of the spectrum, Jokai Esports and Night Furies will be facing off against each other. I'm not sure if Jokai Esports is ready for a Odin gameplay because All Stars is a team which consists of players of Exili, but because of some problems which I'm unaware of, they have forfeited the game. So Jokai Sports have certainly proceeded. So tomorrow's games are gonna be really interesting. Obviously, there will be a lot of lol moments because once again, Night Furies do specialize themselves using the Odin. So I'm looking forward to that. Bye Bye Gang, they will certainly need a lot of lucks here because once again, Covenant Esports, they've been playing for such a long time. But once again, if I see the players of Bye Bye Gang being OG players as well, that's gonna be an interesting one. But I'm always looking forward to see a lot more of the upcoming Valorant talents. So that's gonna be my take, ladies and gentlemen. But as of now, night is not young anymore as it's already midnight here. So thanks a lot for staying tuned. Hopefully I will have some breathing zone because I have an R6 match to cast now. So technically I'm gonna die. Hopefully Aggressive will be joining us tomorrow. The lad's having some troubles. That's why I'm the solo caster here, but it's completely fine. I'll back my brother up. So till then, this is your customer signing out and take care and good night.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে